This is Motoring Today, the Philippines' premier and longest-running weekly motoring news and features TV and online magazine. I'm Ray Louis Gamboa.
And I'm Susie Gamboa, giving you this week's features to watch out for. On Motoring Forum, we shall have Mr. June Magno, PNR General Manager, with insights into the PNR Clark Phase 1 project. Our road safety reminder on the Young Street Smarts portion centers on what to do when one encounters a solid white center line road marking. This week's Spying Chuper shall be on following loading and unloading traffic rules. The public service segment shall have the problem on illegal jeepney terminals in Makati. Showcase this week shall have the MPV from Suzuki, the all-new 2019 Ertiga. While for race weekend, we'll have the highlights of the 2019 National Drag Racing Championships Leg 1 held at the Clark International Speedway.
All these plus the latest news in transportation and traffic management are in this week's edition of Motoring Today. Join us!
Designed to get back from any adventure. Every day without fail. Being tough is not enough, so we keep testing. In the pursuit of ultimate toughness and reliability, the new Strada, engineered beyond tough.
Drive your ambition, Mitsubishi Motors.
Suzuki all-new Ertiga.
Life is beating fast. Find what you're waiting for.
Seven-seater in style. All-new Ertiga debut.
Calling all automobile enthusiasts. Autofocus.com.ph is exclusive to the automobile, where you'll find reviews on the latest brand new car models, together with their head-to-head comparisons. It has the detailed specs of car models available in the country and their latest SRPs and special promos, together with the latest auto industry news and developments like car launches and test drives. Autofocus.com.ph is all about automobiles. Click on.
The things that make my day. My mini-me, my kind of jam, my passion, my blend of coffee, my inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Here are the latest news in transportation and traffic management. The DOTR has formally signed the contract for the design and build of Area A of the Unified Grand Central Station, also known as the Common Station.
The Common Station, located at the north end of EDSA, is a 13,700 square meter concourse comprised of three areas. Area A under the DOTR, Area B under Ayala Land, and Area C under the MRT-7 project facilitated by San Miguel Corporation. It aims to provide a seamless transfer of passengers between the four railways, the LRT-1, MRT-3, MRT-7, and the Metro Manila Subway.
Dito kung saan tayo nakatayo ngayon, dito ho, pinaplano natin na magko-connect yung LRT-1, MRT, Subway, at saka MRT-7 dito. Magkakaroon tayo ng tinatawag na integrable interoperability ng mga transport system.
Since it will serve as a transit area for the riding public, it will be operated by an automated fare collection system, which will give commuters better point-to-point mobility and comfort. It's expected to serve approximately 500,000 passengers daily upon completion.
Nandito yung mga bus, yung mga intermodal, magkakaroon ng intermodal system. Ano yung benefit? Integrated, interoperable, intermodal. Nang sa ganon, yung mga oportunidad na komportable ang mga maging mananakay ay madagdagan.
During the signing ceremony, DOTR Secretary Arthur Tugade, together with other relevant transportation officials, stated that the concept of the common station was initially approved in 2006. Now that the signing has been accomplished, the Secretary said it's a step closer to achieving what they have planned for more than a decade.
Area A is set to be completed by 2020, while the entire common station is expected to be operational by 2022. Meanwhile, Task Force Baklas, comprising of different government agencies, have started removing illegal campaign propaganda materials in identified problem areas in the metro.
The Task Force Baklas operation was led by leaders of COMELEC, MMDA, PNP, DPWH, NCR, and the LTFRB. COMELEC spokesperson James Jimenez said candidates have been given notices prior to the said operations. According to him, some have complied on their own while there are others who have not and are the subject of operations. Under the agency's rules, campaign posters should not measure more than 2 feet by 3 feet and displayed at designated common poster areas or in a private property with the consent of the owner.
Kung tayo ay may makita na mga violative na mga PUV or Public Utility Vehicles, kasama po natin ang LTFRB na we might take action on that as well depending on the situation of the encounter, no?
At least 300 workers from concerned agencies equipped with man-lifters and adjustable ladders were deployed in Malate and San Andres Bukid in Manila City to rid the streets of campaign materials. Meanwhile, PNP Chief General Oscar Albayalde said the PNP will be in full force in taking down illegal campaign materials not only in Metro Manila, but the entire country.
We are here, the Philippine National Police, the full force of the whole Philippine National Police, no, to support the campaign of the COMELEC in bringing down illegal posters. Hindi lang po ito sa Metro Manila, buong Pilipinas ito gagawin natin.
For his part, LTFRB Chairman Martin Delgras stated that posting of political ads in public utility vehicles are allowed provided they follow the prescribed measurement.
Pinayagan na po ng LTFRB na pwede maglagay ng political ads on public utility vehicles. However, kailangan sumunod doon sa patakaran na itatalaga o ibababa ng COMELEC as regards, among other things, campaign material size.
Majority of campaign posters and streamers collected are posted on electrical posts and wires, trees, lampposts, walls of public buildings, and signboards on public properties.
Designated common poster areas in public places include plazas, markets, barangay centers, and the like, where posters may be readily seen or read. Continuing slowly but surely, the deployment of Dalian trains have been in the works. Let's hear updates on it from the DOTR.
In 2018 through the early new year, 3 Dalian train sets were deployed and have gone through validation tests run since. With that, the DOTR said that they are just finalizing the acceptance documentations for those 9 out of 48 cars that have been validated.
Dun sa tapos na ng validation test, we're just finalizing yung mga acceptance documentation. So parang pinagtatahi-tahi lang namin yung mga results ng mga testing, commissioning, and validation tests. And once that's done, then ready kami to fully mobilize yung tapos na.
As of now, the DOTR said that the testing and commissioning and the test runs for the other train sets are ongoing.
Ongoing yung testing and commissioning and validation tests for the other trains, and pagpapatuloy lang natin until matapos natin yung 48 eventually.
Once all the Dalian trains are on the MRT rail tracks, we can expect better mobility on the said railway system.
The DOTR said that they are focusing on the important documentations on processes so they could move forward with the full mobilization of the Dalian trains that have passed the validation tests. And finally, as the DPWH recently started demolishing the 8-year-old Estrella Pantaleon Bridge to build a stronger replacement bridge, the department, together with the MMDA, has announced that they will be donating the steel remnants to the province of Pangasinan.
The DPWH and the MMDA mutually agreed to donate to the province of Pangasinan the steel components of Estrella Pantaleon Bridge. The steel remnants could be reused as steel frames for the planned Santiago Bridge as they are still in mint condition.
Yung lumang bridge po ng Australia, no, ililipat natin sa Pangasinan.
The Santiago Bridge will connect the 7 barangays of Bolinao, Pangasinan to the main island of Luzon. Once built, the said bridge will provide significant progress to more than 20,000 residents of the island.
Because of this initiative, itong tinanggal natin na bridge, may MOA pong gagawin ng province of Pangasinan to DPWH. Hihingin nila itong bridge.
The DPWH and the MMDA said that the government is actively promoting sustainable consumption to infrastructure investments in support of the Sustainable Development Goals, which the Philippines pledged support to.
The donation of the said steel frames was first discussed by former DOTR USEC Tim Orbos and his successor in the MMDA, General Manager Jojo Garcia. Those are the latest news in transportation and traffic management. Coming up next is Motoring Forum, brought to you by Suzuki Philippines. Here's Ray Louie.
It has been said that the train systems in the country were not prioritized in the past decades. It is now that the government is pushing for it to help improve the country's transport system. Just recently, the governments of the Philippines and Japan led the groundbreaking ceremony of the Tutuban to Malolos leg of the North-South Commuter Railway known as the PNR Clark Phase 1. This week on Motoring Today's Motoring Forum, we have no less than the General Manager of the PNR, Mr. June Magno, to give us more insights into this project. Hello GM Magno and welcome once again to Motoring Today.
Hello, we and to all the viewers of Motoring Today.
The construction works for the PNR Clark Phase 1 has already started. To begin with, can you please give our viewers the basic facts that we need to know regarding this project?
This is a 38-kilometer railway project. This is between Tutuban and Malolos. This will be part of what we call the North-South Commuter Main Line. In the south, it will be connected to Calamba, all the way to Tayuman, Solis, and then on the north from Malolos, it will be connected to Clark International Airport and New Clark City. This will be part of what we call the Greater Capital Region. It's the new area for growth that this government is concentrating. And within this GCR area, NSCR will be the primary mode of mass transit, actually.
Before we got the ball rolling for this project, what were the preparations you did alongside with other transport agencies? In any case, any challenges that slowed down the start of the project?
Okay, actually we started work on this project a year ago. A lot of people have been using the property of PNR and we need to clear it up. Primary is actually utilities. We had undertaken 1 year of utilities relocation. We relocated a lot of transport, may mga transport terminals, may mga electrical lines, may mga water lines that will be affected by the construction. So before we turn it over to the contractor, what we did is we cleared all this utility lines and we consolidated them into common crossing points. So it will be easier for construction. That's 1 year worth of work. We already did advance work on that one.
Having mentioned about that, sir, it is no secret that some parts of the PNR railroads, especially those that are in the provinces, have been occupied by informal settlers. How did you go about those, and are the areas needed for this project already cleared of them? If so, what are the safeguards being put up to prevent people from straying to the railways?
Okay, we have laws towards informal settlers. and we implement those laws, and actually something better than what our local laws have. This project will be managed with JICA. JICA have their own social safeguards about informal settlers and about entitlements. So aside from the entitlements given by our law to informal settlers, we added the JICA social safeguards for informal settlers. So this is a much better relocation program actually for informal settlers within the PNR right of way. But want to stress the point that this has been cleared already in the past administration because of the North Rail project. So we are only, if I'm not mistaken, only 100 families na lang ata ang kailangan namin i-relocate for this one, for this project.
That's good to hear, sir. Back to PNR Clark Phase 1. Are there any set timeline of the project? Now that it has started, when will be its actual run?
This will be partially operable by December 2021. That's our target. Before 2022, it should be operational. And 2023, we should have delivered the punch list. But it should be operational already as early as December 2021. December 2021, we should have part of the operation on the north, and then the depot should be operational to receive new trains and signaling.
On the coaches, are you going to use brand new or refurbished ones?
Oh, definitely we will use new ones. Actually, we received the offer, a bid of one of the proponents to supply the new trains. The design is very extensive. It will be electric multiple units, and this will be metro grade, meaning it has capacity of more than 6 coaches per formation, per train formation. It can go as high as 12, actually.
This is one of the flagship projects under the government's Build, Build, Build program. Can you tell us what will be its biggest benefit to the riding public?
The government's Build, Build, Build program is actually to build a Greater Capital Region. Greater Capital Region means we're adding Metro Manila, Greater Manila area, NCR, Region 3, Region 4A into one big capital region called the GCR, the Greater Capital Region. However, JICA with the transport agencies made a study that a GCR will not be viable if the place of habitation and place of employment are not 55 minutes away from each other. So for GCR to be successful, it should have an artery, and that artery is NSCR. This is this project. So this project is being built so we could go for GCR. GCR is needed if we want to sustain growth rates higher than 8% than the existing 6-something%. So that's why we are really aggressive in implementing this project.
Thank you very much for your time, GM Magno. Before we end, do you have any message to the viewers relevant to the topic, most especially to those that it will soon service?
Just bear with us. I know it's been 40, 50 years that train systems have been lagging behind. They were not given the priority that it should have. This government sees railway as the prime people mover, and we're building a mass transit system. This is the first rapid intercity metro that we're building. This is very radical. However, it will take time to build this. Give us the time, give us the patience. We'll build this and we'll implement this as soon as it's commissioned. And it should change, it's going to change the culture of how we commute, how we work, and where we live.
Thank you once again, sir.
Thanks, and happy motoring.
Mr. June Magno, PNR General Manager, our guest this week on Motoring Today's Motoring Forum, courtesy of Suzuki Philippines.
The things that make my day. My mini-me. My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Make the tough drive a luxurious pleasure. Montero Sport, the sophisticated SUV.
Drive your ambition. Mitsubishi Motors.
You are back with us here on Motoring Today. We now have this week's valuable motoring tips, starting off with some road safety reminders from Toyota Motor Philippines. Solid white center lines are meant to separate the movement of traffic on multi-lane roads. Kapag ikaw ay nasa daan na mayroong solid white center line, you're not supposed to overtake unless the way is clear and safe. Kung hindi naman, stay on your lane and wait until you can overtake to avoid accidents. More motoring tips for you here on Motoring Today. Proper driver's demeanor while behind the wheel from Mitsubishi Motor Philippines.
Payong tsuper lang, kaibigan. Ako po si Jake, isang kapwa nyo tsuper. Loading and unloading ng mga pasahero sa tamang lugar lamang gawin.
May tamang lugar para magbaba at magsakay ng pasahero. Kaya doon ihinto ang iyong sasakyan. Iwasan makaabala sa ibang motorista, kaya itabi mo ang sasakyan mo. Huwag sa gitna ng daan pumarada. Huwag ka nang dumagdag sa problema natin sa kalsada. Matuto kang sumunod sa batas trapiko.
Kung ayaw mong maabala, huwag ka ring mangabala. Makisama ka, kaya't huwag basta humarang sa kalsada. Ito po si Jake Gonzalez, payong tsuper lang, kaibigan, mula sa isang kapwa nyo tsuper.
These are the Fuel Masters. Every time they're on the court, it's high performance. Every time I'm on the road, I can also expect high performance from Phoenix Fuels. We made it! The next generation Phoenix Fuels, now with Pulse technology, delivers enhanced power and acceleration to make every trip come alive.
The Mitsubishi Mirage G4. Be practical.
Drive your ambition. Mitsubishi Motors.
The things that make my day. My mini-me. My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Continuing, we now welcome you to Motoring Today's World of Motorsports. We start with the latest news and development. The 2019 Phoenix National Slalom Series roared off last Sunday, March 3 at a slalom course at a closed-off area of the parking lot of Robinson's Novaliches. And guess what? Five-time slalom king Milo Rivera showed up for the first leg of this year's slalom series after much talk of concentrating on circuit racing in 2019. But it was Jevoy Moreno who stole the show at the opening leg of the slalom season, setting the best overall time of 47.80 seconds. The king came out at second best in joining the first leg, which he said was prompted by sponsorship commitments and served as a warm-up race for him before heading into circuit. He set a time of 48.12 seconds. Estefano Rivera was third fastest overall with a time of 48.78. 2018 Novice Slalom overall champion Pawi Base was fourth fastest with a time of 49.66. Fifth fastest overall was Ryan Ablang with a 49.72 second time. The Pinoy Flat Track 2019 series is off to a great start. Successfully finishing its first leg last Feb 24, the second leg of the 5-leg series takes place on March 17 at the KRB Maitas Off-Road Track in Barangay Iranawan, Antipolo City. Mel Aquino, head coach of the Mel Aquino Yamaha Off-Road Training Camp, explains the difference between the Pinoy Flat Track race to other motorcycle races.
Ang kaibahan ng flat track dito sa mga motocross, enduro, ito ay more on flat surface lang pero off-road pa rin. So wala siyang jumps, wala siyang matataas na tabletop, wala siyang mga triple jumps. Ang meron lang dito is yung flat area, the dirt, kung saan yung skill ng rider on cornering, on how to handle the bike properly during corners. Yun ang medyo highlight dito, yung sliding ng rear.
After a successful 2018 season, the Pinoy Flat Track Racing event expects 2019 to draw more participants and spectators.
We would like to invite each and everyone for our 2019 Pinoy Flat Track. This is a 5-leg series. Second leg will be on March 17, third leg will be on April 21, fourth leg is on May 26, and our last and final leg will be on June 23. All races will be held here at the KRB Mitas Off-Road Track here at Antipolo City.
Dirt lovers and enthusiasts are back to the track after a long break for the 2019 season of the Philippine Rallycross Series flags off today on its home track at the Pradera Verde in Lubao, Pampanga. We are sure to give you all the thrills and happenings of this motorsports event. More in the world of motorsports here on Motoring Today as we now give you Race Weekend. The National Drag Racing Championship is apparently one of the longest-running motorsports event in the country. We learned this when we covered the first round of this year's NDRC. We were there to watch the drag racers go one-on-one on the drag strip at the Clark International Speedway. We also got to talk to some of the veterans and relative newbies of the sport. Up next are the highlights. Ever since automobiles were invented, drivers began racing, some on an oval course, others on a street circuit or a dedicated track, or in a straight line from a standing start. The latter becoming known as drag racing, a motorsports discipline that continues to this day. In the Philippines, the National Drag Racing Championship holds yearly two separate drag racing series, the Northern Series at the Clark International Speedway and the Southern Series at the Batangas Racing Circuit. Points earned in both series are then totaled to determine the National Drag Racing Champion as well as champions of separate classes or divisions. Basically, the NDRC competition goes like this. First, drivers go through practice rounds, trying to go fastest over a quarter mile or 403.2 meters from a standing start. Then they go through a qualifying to determine seedings in various divisions or classes. Then finally, there is one-on-one competition, cars starting side by side on a quarter-mile drag strip. Classes or divisions include the Quick 8, where only the 8 quickest drivers during qualifying enter in this class, then the Super Pro, Pro, Expert and Hot Street wearing classes are determined by time brackets in which drivers fall during qualifying. the Super Pro being the quickest, Hot Street the slowest. By this time, the 2019 National Drag Racing Championship is deep into the first half of its relatively short season, but race weekend was there at the start in the first month of the year, the first leg of the North Series at the Clark International Speedway, where we got to talk with some of the drivers to get to know how they got into drag racing and why they stick with the sport. Among the drivers we interviewed is Andres Blas of the Black Pit Performance Team. Andres has been drag racing for 12 years and has seen it evolve over the years.
Okay naman, may mga iba mga pagbabago, iba mga bata na, iba mga kasabayan ko andito pa rin.
Blas has seen the rules change over the years.
Siguro mga race rules, yan. Mas okay kasi iba sobrang luwag dati, mga restrictions nila. Pero ngayon okay, mas gusto ko.
Andres says that while he has friends in circuit racing, he is sticking with drag racing exclusively.
Looking forward na maging dire-diretso yung puntos namin. Yun.
Louis Moya of the Mospit team has been into drag racing longer than Andres Blas. He's been racing for around a decade and a half.
Stress reliever namin yan, more than 15 years na. Marami discipline, pagkakaibigan, all-in-one sport, family sport nga to.
And how does a veteran prepare for a drag racing weekend?
Conditioning, yung makina, tune-up, tsaka dapat nga consistency kasi ang laban So, kailangan may disiplina ka. Una, tumulin, syempre, pumwesto.
Another drag racing veteran is Reggie De Luna of the Good Guys Drag Sporting Team, who makes it a point to find every year since 2012 to compete in at least a couple of rounds of the NDRC.
I used to run every year lang kasi sa abroad ako nagkatrabaho, so yun lang yung chance ko makasali sa race.
Reggie maintains that drag racing is the only motorsport discipline that he actively joins.
Exciting, challenging, looking forward na makakuha ng trophy, manalo.
Every year, drag racing continues to draw more participants. Among them is Froy Mendoza of Ilocos, who joined the sport only this year.
Madami akong kasama, gaganito dati, so...
After his first taste of drag racing, does Froy plan to complete a full season of the competition?
Susubukan ko po, pero okay, so far okay naman.
Harold Canarias has been into active drag racing competition for only 3 years. It's the only motorsport discipline that he takes part in as a competitor. But he has an ulterior motive.
Siguro kasi ito yung business ko. Kaya kailangan kong tumakbo.
Aside from the apparent practical reasons for competing in drag races, Harold claims the adrenaline-pumping sport of drag racing helps keep him healthy.
Ayos naman, nakakatanggal ng stress kasi sa gantong bagay, kailangan natin magtanggal ng stress.
After 2 days of head-to-head straight-line racing during the first leg of the 2019 National Drag Racing Championship North Series, June Lapira emerged as champion of the sportsman class. Ronald Samonte ruled the expert class. Alan Pabustar was champion in the Super Pro class. Arvin Millet topped the Pro class. Iwel Manyo won the Diesel class. And Jonathan Chu was the best driver of the round in the Quick 8 class. The drag racers appear to be a tight-knit group who enjoy racing in a straight line, finding out who has the quickest, most powerful car, the quickest reflexes at the start, and with the best skill to control the sudden burst of speed over a quarter mile or so. We're looking forward to cover more of the rounds of this year's Drag Racing Championship. That's this week's World of Motorsports. Morning Today continues right after this break.
These are the Fuel Masters. Every time they're on the court, it's high performance. Every time I'm on the road, I can also expect high performance from Phoenix Fuels. We made it! The next generation Phoenix Fuels, now with Pulse technology, delivers enhanced power and acceleration to make every trip come alive.
The things that make my day. My mini-me. My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Make the tough drive a luxurious pleasure. Montero Sport, the sophisticated SUV.
Drive your ambition. Mitsubishi Motors.
Suzuki all-new Ertiga.
Life is beating fast. Find what you're waiting for.
Seven-seater in style. All-new Ertiga debut.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. The auto industry now takes center stage.
Nissan Philippines brought members of the motoring media to Bicol for a test drive experience aboard the Nissan Terra. After landing in Legazpi City, the media took the Terra for a 2-hour drive to Naga City. Proceeding to the rest of the first day, the team drove a total of 225 kilometers of the cities of Naga and Legazpi long coastal route. The group ended the day with a picnic on Kitinan Hills at the foot of the majestic Mayon volcano.
This is the first big major media drive that we are having for Terra. It's the #GoAnywhere, basically to show that the Terra is built to drive comfortably, but also with the legendary toughness of petrol to conquer any terrains that's offered in Philippines.
On the second day of the drive, the Terra 4x4 was able to showcase its capabilities through terrain driving with its Nissan Intelligent Mobility features.
Look at this place. It's got majestic background behind us, and the island has quite a lot to offer in terms of experiencing what Philippines terrain is all about. Today we're doing the Rocky Trail, which shows the toughness, road driving, which showed how comfortable the vehicle is under different conditions. So I think this place helps us to show all of those features that we want to highlight for Terra.
The team also went on a fun ATV ride leading to the mid-summit of the Mayon volcano. A limited edition Terra was also launched during the event.
We also have an ATV drive to go up the summit. It's not about just driving the Terra, but also enjoying what Bicol has got to offer. So we launched the Fiery Red, which is a limited edition Terra, which media got to see firsthand last night as well.
Volkswagen Philippines recently held its Media Appreciation Night at the Resorts World Manila in Pasay City. During the celebration, its president Felipe Estrella III, who joined Ayala Corporation in 2010 and since 2017 has been the Chief Finance Officer of AC Industrials, was also introduced. According to Estrella, his plan is to intensify the brand's thrust of bringing German automotive engineering, design, and motoring lifestyle to more Filipinos.
Yes,
I've been asked to lead the Volkswagen business here in the Philippines, and I'm quite excited about the opportunity to do that.
Volkswagen Philippines also announced that the company maintained and sold the same number of units it did in 2017, with 1,363 units. Its passenger car sales grew by 7% despite an industry sales decline of 21%. Volkswagen Philippines has also achieved an annual growth rate of 67% since it started operations in 2013.
Well, in 2018, as my colleague Klaus mentioned, I think we had a decent enough year considering some of the headwinds that happened in the industry. And on the heels of that, we're looking forward to a good 2019 as well. Of course, we're also banking on a recovery of the industry to help provide naman some tailwinds as opposed to the headwinds.
Moreover, Volkswagen Philippines said the introduction of the Santana GTS, La Vida, Tiguan, and Lamando in May 2018 has strengthened the direction of the company towards making the brand more accessible and approachable to Filipinos.
The 5 new models that we have now, the way we've positioned them from a features, from a price, and an overall value perspective, makes each and every model more accessible to more Filipinos. And that's really what we hope more Filipinos will discover as they start considering our brand.
Volkswagen Philippines also announced its plans to expand its current network of 8 dealerships to 12 within the year. In addition, the company revealed that it aims to introduce 2 new SUV models in the next 12 months.
Within the next 12 months, we hope to launch 2 more SUVs. We're in the process of looking at our options, but it's early stage, so we'll keep you posted as we work through that.
Honda Cars Philippines held its Eco-Safe Driving for Women Forum at the Honda Safety Driving Center in Bicutan, Parañaque. The forum was participated in by lady drivers, members of car clubs, socio-civic organizations, individuals from the academic sector, relevant government officials, and members of the motoring media.
We are having 10 speakers talking about how important eco and safety on the road is, especially for women. So as such, we are having a discussion or speakers talking about the importance of eco and safety.
We hold this Eco-Safe Driving Forum for Women Today forum and demonstration for 3 reasons. Number 1, we want to influence driver and fleet behavior to achieve road safety, clean air, and also better fuel efficiency that will help lessen climate change. So the second objective, because these are global goals, we want to reconnect with our partners so that we can have meaningful impact in our activities.
The Eco-Safe Driving for Women Forum aims to empower women in celebration of Women's Month through a discussion on road safety, current and future policies and measures, and eco-safe driving. It also served as a venue to conduct a talk on the challenges that women drivers face, like road crimes.
Girls freak out when we need to drive in flooded areas, when we experience overheating. So these sorts of problems, so they will tackle it here in the classroom discussion. Then later they will have practice on emergency braking, how to handle overheating, jump starting, so those things.
Honda invited a set of panel composed of representatives from Honda Cars Philippines, Land Transportation Office, Department of Energy, Clean Air Asia, and Department of Environmental and Natural Resources, Metro Manila Development Authority, Philippine National Police Highway Patrol Group, among others.
We have invited those who are engaged in environment programs of their respective companies, those who are engaged in managing the motor pool, also health and safety. So coming from different organizations within Laguna Technopark, lady drivers all over, our suppliers, our dealers, and of course our speakers are from our government partners.
Demonstrations were held at the driving circuit of the Honda Safety Driving Center. Honda said that they will stay true to their commitment to promote road safety by conducting more programs like this.
We are having one Honda Road Safety program. There, for example, we are dedicating or serving the safety driving program to the community in Laguna area, for example.
Isuzu Philippines recently held its 14th Dealer of the Year Awards, or DOYA, in a ceremony held at the Grand Ballroom of Hilton Manila in posh Newport City and Pasay City. Since 2004, Isuzu aims to recognize the outstanding performance of Isuzu dealers and its sales force, both in sales and after-sales operation, through the DOYA. The 2018 edition of the DOYA has also been a way for Isuzu to celebrate their award as the country's leading truck brand, extending its winning streak to 19 years. The highlight of the evening was the announcement of the main awards. Isuzu Iloilo, 2018 Dealer of the Year Champion. Isuzu Cabanatuan, 2018 Dealer of the Year First Runner-Up. Isuzu Cagayan de Oro, 2018 Dealer of the Year Second Runner-Up. The Motorcycle Development Program Participants Association, or MDPPA, has introduced their new set of officers for 2019 during its induction ceremony held at the EDSA Shangri-La Hotel in Mandaluyong. The association is now led by Mr. Alfredo Olejano Jr. of Yamaha Motors Philippines as its new president, Ms. Maria Lisette G. Fajardo of Suzuki Philippines as the vice president, Mr. Virgilio A. Montaño of Kawasaki Motors as treasurer, and Mr. Armando B. Reyes of Honda Philippines Incorporated as the auditor.
First, we have to be proactive and work with government to come up with policies beneficial to the motorcycle industry. Second, we also would want to promote road safety. As we say, road safety is everybody's responsibility, and MDPPA would like to be at the forefront of this activity.
Representative Cesar V. Sarmiento, the key speaker of the ceremony, highlighted the association's accomplishment for the past year as he played a vital role as chairman on the Committee on Transportation, who has been supporting MDPPA on its goals and mission.
Alam nyo naman ang MDPPA, katuwang natin yan sa paggawa ng mga legislasyon tungkol sa road safety. Mula noong 16th Congress, na kung saan doon ako nag-umpisa bilang chairman ng Committee on Transportation hanggang sa 17th Congress, nandyan lagi ang MDPPA. May mga initiatives na gusto nilang hingin ng tulong ang Committee on Transportation, nandyan lagi tayo. Kaya marami tayong naipasa ng mga road safety laws, no? Patungkol sa paggamit ng motorsiklo, and may mga iba pang mga pending laws, no, na dapat maisulong ito.
Honda Philippines Incorporated has expanded its dealership network with the recent opening of its newest flagship store in Santo Tomas, Batangas. With a floor area of approximately 520 square meters for service area, the two-story flagship store showcases the complete lineup of Honda motorcycles, including the big bikes. It is also set to provide its customers a wide selection of genuine spare parts and innovative power products.
Pagka kasi flagship store, when we say flagship store ng Honda, ito lang yung mga accredited shops na magdala ng big bikes ng Honda Philippines. Not all 3S shops are allowed to sell big bikes. Ito yung one of the selected stores na pwedeng magbenta. Then yung service shop namin, prepared din siya na mag-cater ng big bikes. So pati yung mga mechanics namin, well-trained nila. So medyo ito yung high-end na 3S shops ng Honda.
With providing complete lineups for Filipino customers, we can provide the joy of mobility for them to realize the latest technology and innovations of Honda products.
On top of that, Honda said that the new flagship store offers modern service and maintenance facility with skillful and well-trained mechanics capable to serve the customers' daily needs.
Complete engine checkup from PMS nila to overhauling. Prepared lahat nung shop namin. Yung mga FI na motor na binenta ng Honda, kayang i-cater ng shop. So, basically, lahat ng motorcycle needs pagdating sa Honda, available dito sa shop namin.
Honda said that they are looking forward to a year of opening more flagship stores and launching new models. Our car of the week is next on Showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee. Our featured car in this week's edition of Showcase boasts a lineup of advanced features and notable details that make it stand out. It's also fairly new in the market. We're talking about the 2019 Suzuki Ertiga.
Watch this. That was the redesigned and improved Suzuki Ertiga, our featured vehicle in this week's showcase courtesy of Prudential Guarantee.
Drive worry-free with Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program with a free 24-hour nationwide roadside assistance included with your comprehensive auto insurance. Rest assured, we'll take care of you and your car wherever you are. Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program, 100% worry-free driving.
Mitsubishi Mirage G4. Be practical.
Drive your ambition. Mitsubishi Motors.
The things that make my day. My mini-me. My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
On the final stretch of Motoring Today, we have our public service segment.
This week on Public Service, we shall highlight an illegal terminal of jeepneys that our roving crew found out while driving around Makati City. In the footage we were able to capture, a number of jeepney units are seen taking turns in waiting for passengers while barkers are assisting them. The riding public, on the other hand, seems to know this illegal undertaking. Signages saying that the area shouldn't be used as a terminal are also seen. Clearly, the jeepney drivers, the barkers, and the commuters alike are violating the said rule. We will ask the proper authorities on the sanctions and penalties for those who are proven to be using prohibited areas as terminals.
May we remind you once again that if you come across any motoring issue or problem that you deem as unsafe or inimical to the general motoring public, which you would like us to highlight on this portion or to refer to the proper authorities for appropriate action, please feel free to let us know about it. Take a look at your screens for our contact details. And that's the week that was in motoring. Thank you for joining us. Also, don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram.
Until next week here on Motoring Today, now in its 32nd year of continuing service to the general motoring public with a lifelong commitment to promote road safety. I'm Ray Louis Gamboa.
And I'm Susie Gamboa.
Happy motoring!